mid-year reading journal flip through. I know this is late, but I wanted to share anyways because I have been loving doing my decoration for my reading journal this year. Here's my cover, and then here's my title page, and then I won a giveaway from Manga X Tama, so I wanted to include her. I love watching her YouTube videos and as well as following her on Instagram. I got Cassandra Lynn's bookmarks and came with stickers, so I wanted to include that as well. I enjoy watching her on YouTube as well. And here is my 25 books to read in 2025. Next year is going to be completely different. This year was totally, as you can see, me being a mood reader at heart. Next year, I'm actually going to stick to my 26 books and rate them based on my star rating scales, and I will show you that when it gets closer to the end of the year. And the rule I have every year for myself is, if I try a book and I don't like it, I am allowed to replace a book with another book I own or part of a series I am in the middle of, which I have definitely kept with this because it's important to make sure that I stick with my series or books that are on my Kindle or my physical TBR. And then here's my reading goals. I wanted to finish more series, read more Goodreads war books on my TBR, read one favorite book or author from 25 booktubers I watch, read more translated books, reread more books, read 100 books, which I have done, read more Stuff Your Kindle books, and then I made a page for Homely and Homely Book Club picks for the month, and so far I've had 4 stars, 2 3 stars, and 2 2 stars. And then I have not been interested in reading the May or the September, so we'll have to see what the book club pick will be in October. And then here is my bookshelves, as well as my Candyland TBR draws. I go by based on color. So if you've ever seen my Candyland TBR games that I do each month, this explains how I color in my books. And I really liked how this turned out. And I did change my colors for next year. So I'm really enjoying how it's looking. I'm hoping to get to the next page because it's my new layout I've done. And this looks really cool. I'm hoping, so we'll have to see if I can get to it. And then here's my A to Z alphabet challenge. And I have to do J, Q, U, V, X, Y, and Z. And this is my book bingo. I'm doing really well with my book bingo. I just have to do a number in the title. Don't know what it's about. 5-star prediction. Ghibli vibes. And then odd number pages. And then I am slowly getting all my buzzword challenge done. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to finish it this year like I always do. I think I usually have at least 2 or 3 buzzwords that I can't finish on time. But that's okay. It's all out of fun. And then here's my page for reading one favorite book or author from a booktuber I watch. And then here is my 2025 book bracket. And man, this has been a tough year deciding which books are my favorite because for the month, because some months are harder than the others. But I think I'm doing really well on deciding which ones are good. Last month, Where the Dark Side is Still or The Enchanted Greenhouse were my picks, and that was hard. And then we got my narrow down. We went from Onyx Storm, Sunrise is Reaping, Onyx Storm went through, Dungeon Crawler Carl, or Enchantra, and I chose Dungeon Crawler Carl. So we'll have to see what my next two are, because then I'll have to decide which one's my favorite book of the year. And there's separate Kindle books. And then my rest of my Buzzword Challenge. And here are all of my 5-star reads for 2025 so far. I've had 16, so I'm hoping for more. And then here is my Shadowhunter Chronicles checklist. I have read Mortal Instruments. I have read Infernal Devices. I have to get back to Dark Artifacts and The Last Hour Archive. I have to finish, and once I finish those, I'll move on to the side stories, and hopefully I can get to those. And then here's my series to finish. I have DNF'd some books because I'm not interested in them, so we'll have to see which ones I will pick up for next year. And then we're going to go on to my first month, which was January. I decided to make my own Candyland board, and my daughter wanted to be included, so she wanted a castle. So we did Queen Iris's castle, M Rainbow, and then I did a chocolate worm lake, a Ginny Mint Totoro snowman, and then I did a cherry blossom tree. And here's my TBR for September. And then my 5-star predictions. I think I only got, 2 so far. Yeah. 2 that I predicted were going to be 5 stars. So that, at least I'm somewhat doing better at that. Then here's my 5-star from each year I was born. And here's my 25 and 25, hosted by Four Paws. I'm not doing too bad in this one. I could be doing better, but mood reading can be hard. Here's more series to finish. And then here is my February cover page. I decided to do a bingo made out of candy. And I did read a book from your favorite author, read a book on your TBR published this year, read any book on your TBR, read a TBR book that was recommended by a friend, read the shortest book on your TBR, and read the newest edition on your TBR. And this month, I actually I checked off all my books on my TBR, so I actually won this one. Which, if that happens, I am allowed to pick what books I want to read from my next Candyland TBR game. And I was in 2 readathons this month. I was in the Everbloom Academy. And I was in the Romantasy-a-thon. And I had a lot of fun doing this. This is my March cover page, and I include my husband's favorite Studio Ghibli film, as well as my son's favorite animal, which happens to be cats at the moment. And I was so close to finishing my TBR for that month, but I didn't get to one book. And here is favorite book of the month, and I did Onyx Storm. I really enjoyed this book. I loved being back with the dragons and the characters. And this is my quotes, so if you don't want spoilers, look away or go to the next part of the video. But I really enjoyed this page. It just shows my favorite quotes from the book and a nice design with the dragons. This is my April cover page. This is inspired by Emily Wells' series. I really enjoyed Emily Wells' Compendium of Lost Tales and how it concluded the series. And I was also very close to finishing this TBR as well. I was off by one book. And then here is my Spring Hopefuls. I didn't do too bad with this one. I am actually reading Her Reading Curse. I am 83% through it now. I finished with Dark Chance Still. That was a 5-star read. And I'm hoping to get to the rest of the books I was not able to get to. And here is another favorite book that I wanted to make a layout for, and that was Sunrise on the Reaping. This is a very enjoyable read, and I wanted to make sure that I put all the quotes I enjoyed in my reading journal. And I had to put a lot and narrow it down because I had, I think, almost 5 pages of books that I enjoyed from just what they said alone in this book. And this is my May cover page, which is inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was reading Ryoshi, and I really enjoyed it. I still have to finish it. I think I'm like over 50% in, so I'll have to get back to it. And this is my Our Fantasy Bingo board. Thankfully, this is a yearly reading challenge, but I'm doing really good at reading the books off this reading challenge. And you might see some of these repeat for my 26 books to read in 2026, because I would like to finish at least one bingo from this challenge. And I'm really close. I have to read, I think, let's see, I have a book in parts, or an LGBTQIA protagonist, or I can try and do some other ones. But yeah, I'm hoping to get to at least one bingo, if not more, because I believe the end of it is April, I think. So we'll have to see how well I do. And this is my cover page for Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I actually liked this book. I gave it a 4 stars, but I still liked it from the month. So I wanted to make sure I included it. And I thought it turned out really cute. This is my June cover page. And this is based off the books that I got that month, which is The Rose Bargain and I forgot which, A Cruel is the Light by Sophie Clark. And this one is another favorite book, which was Never by Jessica Hastings. A lot of people didn't like this book, so I understand why, but I still gave it 4 stars. And I wanted to make sure I included it because I love Peter Pan. So I incorporated it in my reading journal. I really liked how the treasure map came out. And overall, I really enjoyed the book. This is my July cover page, and I based it off my experiences in the month of July. I visited my family for 2 weeks, which I'm originally from Michigan, and we went to the park every morning since my now 9-year-old and my 3-year-old have so much energy. And we also went to the park when we got home to keep up the routine, and my son always goes in the cart. And then my next favorite book of the month was Judging Carl Carl by Matt Dinniman. I'm really enjoying this series. I am on book 3 now, so I'm definitely thinking this is probably going to be my favorite book of the year. And I'm still working on the August cover page, but this is going to be my anniversary, my daughter's birthday, as well as the end of the summer year, because then we're going to be going into school year. In the month of September, if you have not seen my TBR, I did a Scooby-Doo mystery game, and I played it with my daughter to figure out my TBR for the month of September, and I thought it turned out really good. It took me a while to figure out all the prompts for the game, but I thought it was hilarious, and I just watched the Scooby-Doo movies 1 and 2 with my son, and he enjoyed them, and all the prompts and everything else made me and my daughter crack up. And hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. And I'm not doing too bad in my September TBR. I could be doing better, but it's just for fun, and it gives me an idea of what to read off of my TBR. And this was my submarine TBR, as well as a teen mood reads for while I was on my summer break in Michigan. DECA TBR readathon. And here's my Everbloom Academy TBR. This was just for a hall pass, and this is actually what I'm working on right now. I am working on finishing Her Radiant Curse, and I still have to finish Marvelous Land of Oz. It's just a graphic novel, so that should be a quick read. I think I'm almost to the conclusion of it. I have finished Boom and Rising, which is double prompts, so I got that done. My next reads are going to be Silver Cloak, Dream World Boba Shop, and The Awakening. And both of these are on my Kindle. This one is a physical book, so hopefully I can get to it by the end of the month so I can move on with the readathon. And this is my readathon bingo that I did in August, and I actually had 3 bingos, so that was a really nice setup that I finally got it done for August. And then the books that I read were Juniper Hill, The Enchanted Greenhouse, Where the Dark Stands Still, My Return to the Walter Boys, Percy Jackson, Wrath of the Triple Goddess, and The Princess Swap, Book 3. And this is my Autumn Hopefuls. And I'm not doing too bad. I've already read 2 books from it already. And I'm looking forward to all the rest of the books that I want to get to my Autumn TBR. I just included this. I saw this on a YouTuber's reading journal video the other day, and I wanted to include it. This is a library cost savings. So every book that I read or get from the library, I will put on this list. And I just finished all the books from the months already. And now I get a lot of books from the library. And so far, I have saved $788.43 this year. It's absolutely insane how much you can save just by using your public library. September, I'm still working on. I have to erase some because there's some that I did not read, but I did get from the library. So we'll have to see how many I get from this one. I'm also doing a bookish fall bingo board with someone else that I follow on YouTube, and so far I'm doing pretty well with this bingo as well. And that is it so far for this year on my reading journal. I will show you the rest of it at the end of the year, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!